What's going on, Angelo family? In today's video, I'm going to give you a full review of the BMW i8. This is my new daily driver. I still have my Model S Tesla, and I just wanted a gas car, so enjoy. So the first reason I really enjoy this car is because it's a hybrid. Because it's a hybrid, it gets really good gas range, and it gets about around 300 miles or so of gas range, which is pretty nice because I've had diesel cars before. I've had cars that get around like 20 miles per gallon, and it just sucked having to put basically gas every week and get horrible range. So this car, probably one of my favorite cars just because of the range. Another thing too is that the interior is gorgeous. I really like the aesthetics of these sports seats, as well as the kind of the futuristic look of the BMW i8. With regards to the kind of the infotainment system, it is kind of basic and kind of lagging, but it looks pretty cool given that this is still a 10-year-old car. Also, I loved how the doors go up. So the aesthetics of the car is rather interesting in a sense that it looks like a really expensive sports car, but you can get it for around $40,000 or so, which is crazy. So take a look. And the front doors are kind of like we call scissor doors, or I don't know how you would call it, like butterfly doors. It just depends what you ever want to call it, but doors go up is definitely one of my favorite aspects of the car. It makes it look a lot different than most cars. So here you go, doors are gonna go up. Boom. Pretty cool. It's not often you see cars where the doors like this. This is probably one of the biggest selling reasons for me why I bought the car, because the doors go up, as well as a very aggressive front looking side of it. And if you kind of look at the back has like this aerodynamic look over here where apparently just air passes through here. It makes the car a lot lighter and a lot faster. So it is pretty cool to look at and very interesting to see, right? Most cars, right, you see aren't kind of, I guess, aesthetic like this. Hence is the reason kind of I got it. One of the things though that is like not the coolest is that the trunk space. The trunk space is actually pretty bad. Can't really fit anything over here besides a backpack, but it does have a trunk storage compared to the i8 Roadster, where you really don't have a kind of storage. You got this tiny space over here. Also, you take a look back here, these back seats are tiny, but you can fit a backpack over there. So it is interesting. So here's the car kind of in all of its glory as your daily driver. You can honestly just drive this to work and you'll be fine. But when it comes to like long road trips, this may not be the car you pick to drive. So pretty interesting. Another cool thing about the car is that it's actually very comfortable to drive. Even though it sits really low to the ground, you will actually really enjoy the car when it comes to driving it. The suspension is pretty smooth, right? I've driven like a lot of Teslas, as you know, my channel is kind of mainly like EV cars, Tesla content, but this car is pretty cool when it comes to driving. Like, suspension is pretty smooth, as well as the whole overall look of the car is kind of a head turn. You have a lot of people asking, oh, what kind of car is that? It looks like an airplane. What's going on over there? So this is one of the cooler cars I have driven, especially when it comes to the aesthetics of everything and just the way it looks. When it comes to the doors, this is like my favorite part when you sit down. So here's how you close the door. Kind of pull it down. Door closes. Push this down as well. Close. And the way you get in the car is you kind of have to slide. So what I'm gonna do is put the camera right here. You guys are gonna see me slide in. Oh, slide in. And that's how you get inside the car, which is kind of crazy to think. Honestly, it's forced me to kind of like stay in shape, because if I kind of was to let myself go, I know it'd be super hard to get in and out of the car. So that's kind of been a good thing about this car. It's like the doors are crazy, but there are times though when I'm like driving this car and like I have to open the door and I can't get out because the parking spot is too tight. So you will have to park at places where there is like a lot of room for you to get out. Otherwise the door will hit the other car. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so this is how you close the door. You're gonna put your hand up here. Boom. and then doors are closed. When it comes to the interior of this, it looks like most BMW kind of like 3 Series, 4 Series, 5 Series, where you just have like the basic interior. You think it'd be more kind of interesting when it comes to the i8 because it's their premium sports car, but it's not. And I've seen the 29, 2020 ones. Kind of looks the same, except there's like more carbon fiber around the car, so not much change or difference. Also, this is how it looks like when you start the car. The cool thing is this car has like ambient lighting all around the car, and when you turn on the car, it's kind of like a Tron. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, that dun 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 sound, as well as like you get like a very nice kind of look overall to the car, which I do kind of enjoy. Pretty nice. Also, when it comes to the kind of interior of the car, you have like an SOS, passenger airbag, kind of like all these basic things around the car. More so or less, the reason I got this car is because it was a hybrid and because I did want to daily drive this. For those of you guys curious, I do have like a Tesla. I still have my Tesla Model S, but I just wanted a car with gas. I didn't always have to keep charging whenever I would go on like long trips or just go other places. And I kind of got tired of charging the car taking so long. So I wanted more of a gas car. Another fun thing about the car is that it has these kind of like pearl white seats, which I do enjoy. They are pretty nice when it comes to just sitting in. They're rather comfortable. They kind of hug your body, and it's just like a fun car to drive, especially when it's really hot. These seats tend not to get as hot as compared to the black seats, so I do enjoy that kind of factor and aspect of it. When it comes to starting the car, it is pretty cool. Like if you shift this to the left or you shift it into drive, you see the car goes into drive, and then you kind of shift it to the left, it turns into sport, so it changes the whole interface of the car, and it's supposed to go a lot faster. 0 to 60 around 4.4 seconds, nothing too crazy like an electric car, and does take time for it to kind of rev up and go faster. You change it back, and then that's kind of like how fast it goes. So really interesting so far for the car. I do enjoy the whole kind of like look of the car. It's definitely one of the most aesthetic looking cars I've had, and I do enjoy that kind of aspect of it. So overall, my final thoughts on the car, a solid 8 out of 10. The reason it's 8 out of 10 is because it is kind of tight in here. It is kind of small, but for me, I've always wanted a fun sports car, and the BMW i8 was that car for me. So I just wanted to get it to make sure that I have a car that I do enjoy to drive, and I do kind of love hearing the kind of the engine of the car. Even though it's not as loud as like most sports cars, I just wanted a fun car to drive for my kind of daily driver. So overall, 8 out of 10. Handling is great, suspension's great, gas mileage is great, and fun factor is pretty great. The only thing I don't like is that it is kind of small and hard to get in and out of, but that's the reason you kind of get the BMW i8, because you want that sporty aesthetic look of the car. Jello family, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching my video. You guys are amazing, and I hope you guys have a great day. Jello fam, peace.